Hell's Kitchen is chaos. Orders fly, pans burn, Ramsay screams. Most chefs try to survive. A few try to cheat. They hide ingredients. They tape doors. They even pull food out of the trash. Every time, they get caught.
How much is in the bin? Look! Look! What is this? Hey, madam.
These are the moments where the shortcuts backfired in front of everyone. Case 1. Andrew's taped storeroom door, Season 1. Season 1 gave us the blueprint. The very first blind taste test ends in disaster for the blue team, and Ramsay makes sure the punishment stings. Not only do they have to scrub piles of dishes, but the storeroom is locked tight with a keypad code.
Part of your punishment. I'm locking your storeroom this evening. I think your baby chickens are in there, is that right?
Every trip for supplies means punching in numbers over and over while the clock ticks and the service falls further behind. That's the point. It's supposed to be painful. Andrew decides he's smarter than the punishment. Instead of accepting the grind, he jams the door and tapes the latch so it can't lock. The idea is simple. Leave it propped open, cut out the wasted seconds, and make life easier for the team. But in Hell's Kitchen, nothing stays hidden. The stunt is caught almost immediately, and the whole plan collapses before it even gets started. The punishment Ramsay designed is back in play, only now the team looks sloppy and untrustworthy on top of being slow.
What do you want?
Give me the tape. Give me the masking tape. Just give me the masking tape.
Oh, I got you.
What are you doing? Get that tape off of there. And get the back in there. You think I'm
The damage carries straight into service. While the rest of the kitchen is trying to recover, Andrew's already on the back foot. He disappears into the storeroom when he should be on the line, misses tickets, and throws off the rhythm. By the time he gets back to his station, the momentum is gone. Halibut comes back wrong, plates go cold, and the blue team unravels. What started as a taped latch snowballs into a full-scale collapse. At elimination, there's no saving face. Andrew's name is called alongside his station partner, but Ramsay makes it clear who he's lost faith in. The taped door trick doesn't read as clever. It reads as a lack of discipline. Andrew is sent home, the first in Hell's Kitchen history to get caught red-handed trying to dodge a punishment.
Andrew, give me your jacket.
Case 2. Jen's Trash Pasta, Season 3. Season 3 gave us one of the most infamous moments in Hell's Kitchen history. Not because of shouting or broken plates, but because of something far worse. Food pulled straight out of the trash. Dinner service had already gone sideways. The red team was scrambling, dishes weren't leaving the kitchen, and everyone was desperate to get something right. On appetizers, Jen and Julia managed to put together more spaghetti than they needed. Instead of keeping it warm, Jen tossed the extra portion in the bin. A careless move, but nothing unusual under the pressure. Then Ramsay called the next ticket, and suddenly the team needed that pasta back on the stove immediately. Jen made the kind of decision that defines Hell's Kitchen. Only this one still shocks fans years later. She went straight back to the trash can, dug out the spaghetti she had just thrown away, rinsed it off, and tried to serve it again. In her mind, a quick wash was enough. Boiling water would take care of the rest. To her, it was a shortcut. To everyone else, it was revolt.
Julia, where'd you get it from?
The garbage on the top.
No. No way. Who in the world picks food out of the trash? You can't just do anything in the heat of the moment.
How long, Julia?
6 minutes, Chef.
Oh, dear.
Julia was the one who stopped the disaster from reaching the dining room. She refused to plate it, refused to serve it, and told Ramsay they'd need a new portion. That extra 6 minutes hurt, but not nearly as much as what would have happened if the garbage pasta had gone out to paying customers. Back in the dorms, the red team erupted. Jen admitted what she did, but downplayed it as just another mistake, nothing worse than anyone else's. The others didn't see it that way. They told her it was unacceptable, that they wouldn't feed their pets what she had tried to pass off as dinner for real guests.
The losing team is the red team.
Jen, but one thing that threw me for a loop was the spaghetti issue with the trash.
At elimination, Jen dodged the bullet. Another teammate went home instead, but Ramsay's disgust was obvious. He sent her back to the line with a warning that could not have been clearer.
The person leaving Hell's Kitchen is Joanna.
Shortcuts like that don't just cost you a challenge, they destroy trust. Years later, trash pasta still stands as one of the lowest moments in the show. Case 3. Adam's Stolen Rice, Season 14. Season 14 dropped the chefs into the Alaskan Fish Challenge. One of those wild, physical contests Hell's Kitchen is famous for. First, jump into icy water, match fish heads to fish bodies, then rush back to the kitchen and turn it into a dish worthy of Ramsay's approval.
The fish have been split in half. The fish heads are in one pool, and the fish tails are in the other pool. When I say go, 2 members from each team will enter the icy pools and match a fish to its head or tail.
The blue team pulled it off fast and even earned themselves a 5-minute head start. That advantage should have been enough to win.
Blue team, here is your advantage. You will have a 5-minute head start.
5 minutes in the kitchen can be an eternity.
Your time starts now. Let's go.
Adam partnered with Millie and seemed to be in good shape. His halibut was searing nicely, but the problem came with his side. He had decided to pair the fish with risotto, and anyone who watches the show knows risotto is the ultimate gamble. With just minutes left, Adam realized the rice wasn't going to cook in time. No chance. Under pressure, he made a choice that broke the most basic rule of Hell's Kitchen. Every dish in a challenge must be your own work. Instead of scrapping the risotto or trying a quick fix, Adam turned to Millie. His partner already had basmati rice on his station, cooked and ready. Adam asked if he could take some. Millie didn't fight him on it, and within seconds, Adam was plating a halibut with someone else's garnish, hoping the judges wouldn't notice.
I thought I left myself enough time. 3 minutes to go, chef.
Chef.
Do you have enough rice to go for 2? I got that. Yeah. Last 2 minutes.
On the surface, it almost worked. Ramsay praised the fish. Guest judge Michael Tsimarowski liked the seasoning. But then he spotted something odd. Both dishes from the blue team had nearly identical rice. That's not coincidence. Suspicion turned into interrogation, and Adam was forced to admit what he'd done. The result was brutal.
How did you guys both wind up with rice on the dish? Did you guys share on that one, or?
Did you take some of Millie's rice? I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the Did you take Millie's rice? Yes, sir.
Adam, what are you doing?
This was your dish.
Absolutely, sir.
So no shared ingredients.
You got it, chef.
Not good.
The point was stripped, the red team won the challenge, and the blues faced a miserable punishment. The iconic moment wasn't just Ramsay's fury. It was the peanut butter and jellyfish sandwiches Scott served them as part of their forfeit. All because Adam thought sharing rice would slip under the radar. Case 4. Michael's sabotage at the pass, Season 1 finale. The very first finale of Hell's Kitchen was rough, raw, and completely unpredictable. The 2 finalists, Michael Ray and Ralph Pagano, had to run opposite sides of the kitchen like real head chefs. Ramsay stood at the pass, watching closely, while each finalist was responsible for calling orders, checking dishes, and leading their brigade. It was supposed to be a test of leadership. Michael decided to turn it into a test of deception. He spotted an opening when Ralph stepped up to run the pass. That's the pressure point of the kitchen, the spot where every mistake gets caught or missed. Michael prepared a crab risotto, but left out the crab on purpose, a dish with the star ingredient missing.
Kind of see how many can go without having crab in them.
Talking about?
It's my risotto. I wanted to make risottos the whole night without crab. I was just seeing what I could slip past Ralph tonight.
The gamble was simple. If Ralph failed to catch it, it would go to the dining room and come back as a disaster. And that's exactly what happened. Ralph didn't notice. He checked the plate, sent it forward, and within minutes it was returned to the kitchen bland and incomplete.
I'm gonna kill him, I'm telling you.
Ralph failed to notice that the crab risotto is missing the crab.
What kind of risotto is that?
It's like mushroom and crab, but there's no crab.
Here's the twist. Michael didn't get punished, he got praised. Ramsay called it clever. He said this was the kind of test a head chef should pass, and Ralph had failed.
That was an interesting lesson, but a very clever move from Michael's behalf.
Ice cold, the crab.
You got it.
Ice cold. I got a freezer burn. Salmon's broken, you happy with that? You're in control, your restaurant.
Michael's sneaky sabotage didn't just help him in the moment. It actually changed the show. That move became the blueprint for one of Hell's Kitchen's most famous traditions. Sabotage dishes at the past and future seasons, designed to test whether a finalist can spot the trick. It was the rare time where cheating wasn't condemned but celebrated. Michael proved he was willing to push the rules. Ralph looked careless under pressure, and the finale was decided as much by gamesmanship as by cooking.
3.
Case 5. Keith's Bribery, Season 2 Finale. By the time Season 2 hit its finale, Hell's Kitchen had already earned a reputation for drama. But no one expected the chaos that came when eliminated chefs were brought back to help the finalists. It was meant to be a leadership test. Ramsay wanted to see if Heather and Virginia could command a brigade of cooks who had nothing left to lose. Most of them treated it seriously. One didn't. Keith Green, better known as K-Grease, walked back into the kitchen with zero intention of playing by the rules. Virginia picked him first for her team, hoping his skills would give her an edge. What she got instead was the boldest shakedown in Hell's Kitchen history. Keith didn't hide it. He didn't even pretend to care. He flat out told her, "If you want my best effort, you're going to pay for it." The number he landed on was $1,000. If Virginia won, she had to give him cash out of her prize. It was pure extortion dressed up as motivation.
Listen, I want some money and I want it right now in writing.
I just feel like bribes don't make people work harder.
It's gonna make me work harder.
She resisted at first, but the pressure of the finale, the fear of losing, and Keith's relentless demands wore her down. She caved. The deal was set, $1,000 for loyalty in the most important service of her career. But bribery doesn't buy professionalism. Keith still dragged his feet, still mouthed off, still clashed with Virginia. At one point, he cursed at her on the line, daring her to push back. The deal had given him power, not accountability, and he used it to make her leadership look weak.
Stranded.
All right, I'm gonna need you to help me plate with this, Keith.
I gotta cook the next ones.
No, you don't need to help me plate because I'm getting behind up here and I need your help. Keith is bothering me a little bit, so I think he's taking advantage of me because he knows I need him.
In the end, Virginia lost to Heather, and Keith's scheme backfired spectacularly. No prize money for her meant no payday for him. What he called leverage turned into nothing but embarrassment.
3. Congratulations.
Case 6. Zach's Old Salmon, Season 11. Season 11 gave us a classic example of how quickly a shortcut can wreck your night. During a service challenge, Zach thought he could outsmart the system. Instead of cooking salmon to order like Ramsay demanded, he pre-cooked a whole batch to get ahead. Ramsay noticed immediately. Fish is meant to be fresh, not sitting around drying out on a tray. Zach was told to scrap it. Start over. Simple instruction.
Who cooked these off?
I did, chef.
Why? If there's one fish we don't cook twice, come on, guys.
But instead of listening, he held onto the old salmon, convinced it still looked good enough to serve. He tried sliding pieces back onto the pan, hoping no one would notice. In a kitchen with cameras on every station and Ramsay watching like a hawk, that was wishful thinking. The tray of old fish was spotted, and Zach's cover story collapsed. He denied it, stalled, tried to bluff his way out. The longer he talked, the worse it looked. Ramsay pressed him, demanded the truth, and the answer was written all over the evidence in front of them.
He knows what's going on.
Look at me, in the eyes. Did you take salmon from the back and reheat it?
The service was disrupted, his credibility shot, and the blue team had to fight uphill because one chef thought recycling salmon was a clever move. It's remembered as one of the most textbook Hell's Kitchen cheats. Obvious, avoidable, and instantly exposed. The risk wasn't worth the reward. Instead of saving time, Zach tanked trust and momentum in a service where seconds mattered. Case 7. Brendan's sea base lie, Season 9. Season 9 gave us a cheat so obvious it's still talked about today. Service was rough, the blue team was falling apart, and Ramsay called for a fresh sea bass. That should have meant firing a new one on the spot. Brendan decided he didn't have the time. He grabbed an old piece that had already been cooked, threw it back on the pan, and tried to pass it off as fresh. It looked like he might slip it through. The fish crisped up quickly, and he sent it to the pass. But Ramsay knows the clock better than anyone. A sea bass can't cook that fast. He stopped service and started asking questions. Was it new? Brendan said yes. Where was the old one? Brendan claimed he'd tossed it. Ramsay told him to show it. Nothing. The truth was cornered out of him. The fish wasn't new, it was recycled. And he admitted it with the whole team watching. Ramsay lit him up on the spot, warning him that if he ever tried a stunt like that again, elimination wouldn't even be necessary. He'd be thrown out of the kitchen then and there.
And how dare you go to the garbage can, search it, and turn me out like that?
Yes, chef. Firing again. Firing again.
Brendan thought he was saving time. What he really did was destroy trust. A simple lie over one fish turned into one of the clearest examples of what happens when a chef tries to cheat Ramsay and gets caught red-handed. So from taped doors to trash pasta, stolen rice to old salmon, every shortcut in Hell's Kitchen ends the same way. Caught, exposed, and punished. Some chefs lost points, others lost challenges. A few lost their jackets. The lesson never changes. In this kitchen, you can't hide your mistakes. And if you try to cheat, the only guarantee is that everyone will see you fail.